for game one of this best of five. A rematch over the last few years that has gone back and forth, with T1 currently holding the advantage as the reigning world champions. Doran gonna face check.
Yeah, Doran walks right into the brush there. Beishwan's waiting, and so is Knight. Doran's gonna take a lot more damage here than he would like to. Beishwan and Knight continue their chase. More rocks are flying out. Beishwan's going in. Doran nearly killed off, but he barely survived. Side of the jungle, about to kill his blue now. He's going to path up towards this top lane. Now Doran's going toward the pixel brush at exactly the same time that Beishwan's making his entry. Doran with a nice use of the cage there does block Beishwan's ideal entry point, but still a little bit of damage from the Poppy to harass Doran a little bit.
Into much danger. The wave state is in a fairly healthy spot. Faker will take a bit of damage, but Owen already setting his sights on the Raptors respawn.
It's the #1 mini game for junglers to play. Mark those chickens, steal them away at every respawn you can get, but Beishwan is here to contest, wants to fight Oner for this second set of the chickens. Oner, though, at the same time, Oner with control over the jungle of Beishwan here in the...
Have a slight advantage over Elk. No Blade of the Ruin King finish just yet, but T1 do not want to give this up without a fight.
Oner jumps in, immediately goes for the stun on the Knight. Carrier with a bomb blossom onto 3, but the backup damage isn't quite there. Oner's going to be chased away next. The Deadly Flourish doesn't hit Elk. Oner's going to take a ton of damage to bail out from Elk. He's not there in time. Faker Shockwave finds 2. And I believe there's still a few seconds remaining on that cooldown to use that to make his way in. Found out. Beishwan tackles Faker out of the decimating smash, and Oner's made his way into the fight, but he's immediately ejected by the Keeper's Verdict. Faker still under pressure. Decimating smash hits this time, but Ben and Beishwan don't have any damage. Ben tries to get away, but a Pop Blossom locks him up. A Deadly Flourish to follow. Hostile takeover saves Ben's life as Elk and On try to fire into Gumayusi. Elk goes forward. Gumayusi still shielded and getting away as Faker's the target for On, but Elk and On have overextended. Faker's already killed On as T1 scramble for defense.
Made it out of their jungle. Beishwan's found an angle in.
This is another one of this play we've seen so often. Faker is the target for BLG. He drops a Shockwave, and now BLG's got to be on the defensive. Beishwan channels Keeper's Verdict, ends up not needing that one, but now that cooldown is spent. T1 recognizing that BLG now has a very injured front line. They're going to go after the Otacon, immediately ready to start this one up, as BLG know they can't afford to give an objective away when they're already this far down. Faker trying to use the ball to zone On out. Hostile takeover goes through, but it doesn't find much of anything else. Going to be zoned away now by the rest of T1 as immediately you got a problem for Doran. Beishwan takes him down. Curtain call's been opened up. Beishwan might just die here. One last shot goes through with a 4th shot, finds its mark. Now Ben trying to steal away the Otacon, but it's not going to matter. For more of a fight. Keria thinking about a Tangle Barb here, but he can't get the range in time. Ben still here on the front line, gets caught by the Tangle Barb. Keria knocked into the unraveled earth, but he stays alive for now. Oner steps forward with a shield, not quite enough damage. Shut down from Elk, but Faker takes out 2. T1 unrelenting as Keria kills Knight over the wall, and only Ben is left standing. Gumayusi fires another shot, but it's a triple kill.
The quiet carry, Gumayusi with a 3-0-13 scoreline. Faker though the target.
Faker caught, handshake from On. This could be huge, but Faker with a nice shockwave ready to turn it around. The hostile takeover ain't gonna do anything as On tries to get away, and Beishwan flashes back over the wall. Oner ready to hunt him down. The spear doesn't the target, and now On right back out of the Kalista ulti, trying to stay alive. Faker with a nice use of the stasis, keeping himself alive and healthy as the curtain call opens. BLG gonna take a couple of shots from this one as Ben body blocks for Knight. T1 won't get any kills, but it's a big win in terms
to contest this objective. They're still gonna try though. The TP comes through from Knight.
It's a full send from BLG perhaps as Keria goes in. He finds the Pop Blossom of the BLG mid laner, and Knight is already dead as the fight starts. Ben's made his way into the back, but Faker will not be threatened by a Sion alone. Oner continues pressing forward, and Gumayusi puts the kill shot into On. Beishwan's the next to fall.
cover Knight in the 2 versus 1, while Faker now finds himself in the side lane with that upgraded E.
Upgraded E, and he's got the Rod of Ages already fully completed and stacking. The only additional item past his starter item he got was the refillable potion, but now he has to flash away. Beishwan's ready to follow. Ben's got the follow-up. The Turbine ain't even dead yet. Owner and Faker want to commit for the objective. They'll get it, but at great cost.
Contesting this dragon at all, but if they do get it, they would put themselves on Soul Point and have a lot of agency in this game. Elk, though, huge damage on the Carrier.
Carrier's already almost dead. Uses the Unbreakable to guarantee the True Shot Barrage. Doesn't have a chance of executing him there, but with Carrier barely able to stay standing, that is BLG's go signal to start up the Otacon. T1 looking to approach, but BLG is ready for him. The Otacon down to 1/3 HP. Keep your eyes on Doran. That Doran tries to fire back into him. Pressure on Devin. Doran. The Otacon's gonna be stolen away by Owner. Beishwan is low. On is already down. Gumayusi with the kill. Knight has to try to run away alongside Bin. As Owner kills Beishwan too. Elk has to try to get away. And Owner flashing out after using the crashdown defensively as well. But a nice engage from Knight. Beishwan's ready to follow it up. And Faker's in danger. Flashing out after using the crashdown defensively as well. But a nice engage from Knight. Beishwan's ready. And Faker's in danger. Again, though. He survives. Gumayusi with the kill into Beishwan. As Elk just barely survives the ace in the hole. Owner continues the chase as On's about to die here too. Elk and Bin completely on the run. BLG utterly routed in their line of cupcakes from Gumayusi, and it's so difficult to fight through for BLG. The Ocean Dragon is the target. On wants to find some sort of an angle, but all he gets is a face full of bullets. Doran is joined up with the rest of the team, and they find the shutdown on Faker, but it costs Beishwan's life. T1 trying to regroup. They're going to claim the Ocean Soul, but what about the rest of the fight? Doran's down to a corner. Owner jumps in on top of everybody. And Gumayusi's ready to free fire. 9 and On both drop, and there's only 2 still.
Don't find a successful swap in the sense of getting out of this 2 versus 2. On now in a lot of danger.
Uh-oh. Stand in the way of it. Immediately flash, pulverize, headbutt to knock the big man back. Now with Owner showing up, there's no way out for On. And go Rift Herald. So that means BLG have the opportunity to extend the gold lead even further. Now Knight could have a bit of a problem. He's already used the Spirit Rush, and now he's got to try to escape from Doran and Owner. But his flash was already spent, and Owner's ready to chase. That's a kill going over to T1 as Carrier and Gumayusi are up against the remainder of BLG. Bin trying to distract Doran and Owner, as now Carrier's ready to jump right back into the fight. It's Faker trying to join up with the TV. He's arrived, and the cast flies out to buy some time, but it won't buy enough. Elk with a nice root there on the blade caller, but he gets pulled back. A double impale from Owner, and BLG are shattered. To keep an eye here for the Dragon as On tries to throw a barrel out. T1 still with control over the objective, but Beishwan. Now the engage coming. LG Doran's over the wall. He slices. He's ready to dice. T1 staying alive for now, but Doran's going to be killed here at the very start. Bin, the only one caught inside the impale, and BLG's running the fight. Carries.
Death Cap will give him so much damage, and we said at the beginning of this game that he needed to step up. Beishwan very low.
Yeah, Beishwan caught up by the Rune Prison there. Wants to vault break his way away, but the Realm Orb's ready to catch him out. Knight immediately there to back up his jungler, and Beishwan at 8 with the slight gold lead with control over the bot side river as T1 grouped up. They're going for a Realm Orb. They want to just go after the Baron. They're going to try. T1, they're going to disengage it, it looks like, but they're still staying aggroed under the Baron. It's down to 4K, 3K on a Knight trying to step up. The Baron is claimed by T1. Bins into the back line, but now he's in danger. Owner looking to control the rest of the fight. T1's already found the first kill. Beishwan's here on the front line, but a massive knock on from Keria. On is down. T1 murdering BLG. Elk, the next to fall. Knight is the only one left, but the kingdom is burning. With a potential pincer angle. BLG scattered now, split into two halves. Knight takes another big hit there for the piercing arrow. Realm Warp once again. It worked the first time. How about the second? On, barely at any HP. Beishwan and Knight looking to try to approach. Piercing arrow flies out. T1 still thinking about the turn. Doran's coming around from behind. The dominant flash with the predator. Now somebody gonna be locked up. Carrion's got the follow. It's over. It's done. T1 slam the final fight. Doran clutch again.